I'm Dr. Janet Wallace, principal of Bailey STEM Magnet Middle School, a school very soon to be Stratford STEM Magnet School, Lower Campus, located here at Stratford, as this school expands to include grades 5 through 8 next year. Welcome, and a very good morning to our honorable guests and those in attendance today. I would like to thank everyone for giving their time in their busy schedules to attend today's ribbon-cutting ceremony. For all those involved in organizing, thank you very much. 5 years ago, Stratford STEM Magnet High School was a struggling school with poor academic performance amongst its students. Today, student ACT scores go up year after year. The school is in receipt of many scholarships valued annually at over $5 million and enjoys community partnerships with 25 active business partners and our families too. I would like to call upon Dr. Michael Steele, Executive Principal, who has led this transformation, to say a few words. Dr. Steele.
Thank you, Dr. Wallace. I appreciate that. First, I want to thank a few people for being here, the people that really make this happen. Councilman Anthony Davis and Dave Rosenberry are here with us today. Thank you for being here. Our school board members, Elisa Kim and Jill Spearing, are here as well. Thank you, ladies, for being here. Marcia Edwards is here somewhere in the house. Marcia, thank you for being here, Marcia, the CEO of Martha O'Brien. I want to especially thank Dr. Jesse Register for taking time to be here. Dr. Register's leadership is the biggest reason why this transformation has taken place. Thank you, Dr. Register, for your time in the back there. Thank you for being here. And of course, it's really awesome to be able to announce that your mayor, her #1 priority is education. It's really awesome to be able to know that and to feel that and to really see that support. Mayor Barry comes out to every function we have at Stratford, and every function I've been at for the district, Mayor Barry's there, and just don't know how she does it. But thank you, Mayor, for your commitment to our students and our teachers here in Metro. Our director of schools, interim director of schools are here, Chris Henson. Thank you, Chris, for all that you've done. And there goes a balloon. All right. Was that sniper fire or was that a balloon? When this project first started, Dr. Wallace came to me and said, hey, I want to lead this project. And I said, okay, what experience do you have leading it? And she said she did some work in her business days of leading construction projects. And so it was a simple choice. She wanted it. I gave it to her because she does an outstanding job. And so I've asked her to, as a recognition of that, Janet, I want to thank you for all the hard work that you've done with this project. You took the lead on it. You've been in every meeting. You've to every detail. And then you left us, and now you're coming back, so it's good to have you back. But I just wanted to recognize you for leading this project with all the construction folks. You did a great job. Thank you for that. I want to thank my leadership, Bill Warren, Amy Wyatt, and formerly Jay Steele, for their leadership, their commitment to Stratford and East Nashville. It has always been amazing to be thankful to have so much great leadership. Thank you for your leadership. Also, we have State Representative Bill Beck with us in the House. Bill, thank you for being here. I want to also thank the alumni from Stratford for being here today. I know that it's hard to get out here on a Thursday, but thank you to all the alumni at Stratford. Your dedication and commitment to the school is fantastic. And then there's somebody I want to thank Brent Ostemiller. I want to thank our maintenance department and all the students and staff at Stratford for just doing an outstanding job. Brent, raise your hand. Brent is in the back. He was our project lead. Brent, I'm sorry that you had to put up with me for 2 years. If you'll forgive me for all the times that I was wrong, I would really appreciate that. That would make me happy if I knew you forgave me. Finally, I want to talk just about one individual that's my grandson and my daughter. Pipe down, boy. Anthony Davis, I met Anthony Davis in the very beginning of my tenure here at Stratford, and it was evident early on how committed Anthony Davis was to East Nashville. And then it became more apparent how committed he was to Stratford High School. And I just want to make sure I recognize excellence when I see it. And Anthony Davis demonstrates exactly what a councilman should demonstrate with regard to the area that he serves and the people he serves. He does a phenomenal job. Anthony, I just want to say thank you, because you're all over the place like the mayor, and I just, we recognize that. I want you to know that we all recognize that, and I thank you for that very, very much. We no longer talk about what Stratford used to be in the day where we had to struggle for things, and we talk about where we are now with our graduation rate going from 59% to 83%, with our ACT score going from 13.9 to over 17, and with our scholarship money for students going from somewhere in the $400,000 range to over $5 million in the last 2 years. We're here. This is a centerpiece of the transformation of this entire community. When I first got here, the Realtors Association met with me. I think Dr. Register was there, and they wanted to know what we were going to do to turn the school around. They wanted to know what they could do to this school so they could start selling and buying property here in the area. And now they're building $400,000 and $500,000 houses right across the street. So a lot of that goes to the staff and the students of this school. So at this time, friends and family and distinguished guests, it gives me great joy to introduce to you a young man that has touched my heart and lives his life in a way that inspires others every day. I met Corey Simmons 4 years ago, and immediately I knew I had an amazing young man in my school. Corey's had to overcome obstacles that most of us know nothing about, yet every day he comes to school with a smile on his face, a positive attitude, and a remarkable way about himself. Corey is a nationally recognized sprinter, an all-city running back, and just a darn good-looking kid. Corey will be attending Austin Peay next year on a full football scholarship, and don't let his height fool you. He's hard to tackle, and he's fast. When he's past you, he's done. You're gone. Don't even chase him. Corey, I love you as your principal. I love you for the young man that you are and the man that you're going to be. And I couldn't have asked or think of anybody else that I would want to represent our school to talk to these fine folks than you. So come on up.
First, I would like to say thank you, Mrs. Steele, for that introduction. It means a lot. But good morning, everyone. My name is Corey Simmons. I'm a senior here at Stratford in the Academy of Science and Engineering, better known as ACE. I'm a two-sport athlete here at Stratford. I have played football and ran track for the Spartans since I was a freshman. Coming to Stratford, I honestly didn't know what to expect from an academic standpoint. Many outsiders made a numerous amount of negative remarks pertaining to this amazing high school. Our executive principal, Dr. Steele, and his staff have did everything in their power to make this school a great learning environment and prove to the city we're one of the best schools here in Nashville. With test scores rising each year, this high school is going places that I'm sure no one would have ever thought it would go. Being here for 4 years, I have seen great growth in this school in all fashions possible. With Stratford growing each and every day, I have no doubt that this high school will be one of the most innovative schools in the Mid-State within the next few years. With the help and support of a great staff and great administrators here at Stratford, I will be attending Austin Peay State University this fall on a full athletic scholarship. None of this would be possible without the hard work and dedication this school puts into creating great citizens in the world and ultimately just preparing us for life after high school. Thank you.
As I'm sure all of you know, this has been an interim year for our school district, as the Board of Education has searched for a new permanent leader for Metro Schools. During this time, Mr. Chris Henson has led our district with a steady hand. While this has been an interim period, our district has not stood still. We've continued our progress with Mr. Henson serving as Interim Director of Schools and Chief Financial Officer. And I would now like to call upon Mr. Henson to speak.
Well, thank you, Dr. Wallace, and good morning to you all. This is truly a momentous occasion for our school district. Today, we're celebrating the completion of a $20 million renovation of Stratford STEM Magnet School, the first comprehensive renovation of one of our high schools in decades. However, this is the first of several high school renovations to come. Work is currently underway at Hume Fogg, Martin Luther King, and Overton High Schools. Hillsborough, Hillwood, and Nashville School of the Arts are next in line. In recent years, the city has invested in building new schools and school additions to address the overcrowding from population growth, particularly in the southeast quadrant of the county. And that's a good problem for an urban school district to have. But this left our high school's facility needs unaddressed. We very much appreciate the investment that former Mayor Dean and the Metro Council made here at Stratford to help us begin tackling some of our high school issues. And although we haven't seen Mayor Berry's first capital spending plan proposal just yet,
Hearing that you've got some stuff you want included.
She's hearing me, and she's expressed strong support for continuing these efforts. So that our high school students can learn in buildings designed to meet the needs of a modern high school. At more than 236,000 square feet, the renovation of a building this size is no small undertaking. The work here at Stratford involved creating a new main entry. In fact, this may be the most attractive entrance of any one of our high schools. You should definitely come by and see it lit up at night. Inside, students can now enjoy collaborative learning spaces, adaptable classrooms, and state-of-the-art laboratories and technology. Systems upgrades were a major part of this renovation. The building now has completely new HVAC, electrical, and plumbing systems. A large portion of the building received new windows. Those types of physical comforts in a school building go a long way in making it an enjoyable learning environment for our teachers and for our students. The stadium has also been renovated with new visitors' bleachers, new restrooms, new lights, and a new 8-lane competition track. Overall, this campus has seen a complete transformation. As Dr. Wallace mentioned, the changes here at Stratford continue into next school year with the addition of grades 5 through 8. Merging Bailey Middle with Stratford was a decision made in partnership with an advisory committee comprised of East Nashville parents and educators who care about seeing the schools in this community succeed. This change is also bringing Stratford back to its roots, which originally opened as grades 7 through 12 back in 1961. Under Dr. Steele's leadership, great things are already happening here at Stratford. The school is on an upward trajectory, and with newly renovated facilities and expanded grades, we're excited to see what's yet to come for the school. I want to say a special word of thanks to our Facility Planning and Construction Department for their work on this project, particularly Brent Ostermiller, who Dr. Steele mentioned earlier, as well as our new Director of Facility Planning and Construction, David Proffitt. We also have, I know, some of our contractors here with Messer Construction Company. Thank you for being here. And not sure if our architectural firm, SSOE Group, is here, but they are here, so thank you also for being here. I also wanted to mention that this will be a LEED Silver certified building once we go through that process. Thank you also to those in our Leadership and Learning Division who supported the thought and planning that go into a project like this. Dr. Wallace and Dr. Steele were heavily involved as well and played an important role in this building turning out as great as it has. Thank you for the support and leadership of our school board. Jill Spearing, Elisa Kim are here. Metro Council, I know Anthony Davis, Dave Rosenberg are here, as well as Mayor Berry. Thank you again for being here. This is not just a Metro Schools investment in Stratford. This is a city investment in Stratford. And I know it's going to have a long-lasting impact of the student learning that takes place here. Thank you.
Thank you, Interim Director, Mr. Hanson. I now have the pleasure of introducing our District Council representative. Councilman Anthony Davis is a Nashville native and Metro Schools alum. He attended Martin Luther King Magnet High School. For many years, he has been an active community leader in East Nashville. In 2001, he was elected to Nashville's Metropolitan Council in the 7th District. I would now like to call upon Councilman Davis to say a few words.
Thank you so much, Janet. What a beautiful day in East Nashville. How about this, huh? Stratford High School. First, I want to thank Mayor Berry for being here and Mr. Henson. Appreciate your leadership. And I also wanted to harken back and thank Mayor Dean and Dr. Register, of course, for helping see the vision in this renovation project and helping see the opportunity that we have here. Thank you to everyone who worked on this building. I know we thank the construction companies, the architects, anyone who cleaned up the job site along the way, anyone who pushed a broom around, anyone who did anything to make this happen. I know there was thousands of people probably that were involved along the way, so we really appreciate it. It is a huge difference for the community. What's been happening at Stratford over the last few years is nothing short of amazing. It is truly a transformation. It started with the great leadership as we got Dr. Steele here and his amazing staff that have been surrounding him these last several years. The STEM focus, when we received the grant, we're able to become a STEM magnet school. The community engagement and involvement, you should see the football games if you haven't been here in the fall. The community rallies around this school, and we have to continue that. It's something like no other in a standard metro high school for the community to be so present at this school. Rising graduation rates, competing and winning academic competitions. These things are all happening right here and now at Stratford High School, and it's only going to continue to go up. We're going to the next level now with this renovation. It's a building fit for a great, what I call a university-style learning with the collaborative environments. It really makes you feel like you're at a university when you're inside. It's a building that's welcoming and usable by the community. The kids here need us. You know, we know they need us. We need to be here for them. We must continue to rally around them, whether it's helping tutor in the schools, whether it's attending the sports events, and just be a community that continues to rally around this school. I think East Nashville has done that so far, and I think it's going to continue to grow. Finally, I want to mention, when I ran it back in 2011, all I would hear around the neighborhood was people talking about Buster Boguski, the former councilman. A lot of you may know his name. The football field obviously was named after him. How he took care of Stratford. And there's quite clearly a movement here in East Nashville to restore Stratford to those glory days. What's really important, though, what matters the most about this is, number one, we're giving these students the best opportunity to learn and succeed, and we're giving them that environment to do so. Number two, the school and the community become one and the same again. I think that was the case for a lot of years, and I think that's happening again. Those two things are very important. I think with this project, we've made a huge leap forward. I'm so happy that we made it to this day. It's been a long time coming, and I'm so proud that I was able to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Anthony Davis. We are delighted to host Nashville Mayor Megan Barry here today. Mayor Barry's focus as mayor includes improving educational outcomes in our public schools. During her first year in office, she has had a regular presence in schools across Nashville, and she has partnered with district leaders to work on important issues, including youth violence and the search for our new director of schools. We appreciate her leadership. It is now with much honor that I would like to invite Mayor Megan Barry to speak.
It is so wonderful to see all of you here, and what a great day for all of us to be able to stand in front of this beautiful building. I believe that children know how adults care about them, and that is always reflected in the kind of institutions that they walk through. And the fact that they get to walk through these doors now tells them that the adults in their life care about them. And Corey, I also have to just give you a shout out. Your remarks were exactly the kind of remarks that I think this institution shows is possible. And let me tell you why I think that. You came up here with your phone, and you read your speech off your phone. All of the adults sitting here, we all are kicking it old school with paper. And I think as we continue to look at the investment that we're making, that's just a great example. This didn't happen by accident. This happened because of tremendous leadership. And I want to give a shout out to former Mayor Dean and to Dr. Register for saying that we needed to invest in our infrastructure. And I continue to believe that, so it's good, Chris. When we look at that capital budget, we'll see some continued investment in our public education institutions. And Councilmember Davis, you and I have had the pleasure of working together, and I continue to be impressed with all you do for the community. Bringing the community and school together is exactly how you strengthen neighborhoods. It's exactly how you make a difference in children's lives. So thank you for your leadership. And it's always good to see the school board members who are out there working every day, and Representative Beck, and Dave Rosenberg, who is new to the council, who will get the first budget tomorrow. We're gonna have fun. It's gonna be good, yeah. So, Dr. Steele, so much of this has happened because of you. And the fact that you stepped up and said that this school could make a huge impact in this community and on these kids' lives, thank you, because it wouldn't have happened without you. I know that as we move forward, the $20 million that we've invested in this facility is going to pay dividends. Public education is the single most important thing a city government does, and it's critical that we do it well, and it's critical that we do it for our kids, because ultimately, that's what this is about. And the fact that we get to have Corey today tell us that he's going to Austin Peay and he's moving on to that next step of his life, you are the success story. So Corey, it's a pleasure to be here with you. Dr. Wallace, I think you're coming back up, and I think we're gonna cut a ribbon. Is that right? Come on.
Thank you, Mayor Barry. We'd now like to invite the Mayor, Councilman Davis, members of our Board of Education, Mr. Henson and Corey Williams, to join Dr. Steele and I for the ceremonial ribbon cutting.
Well, first you gotta do the fake ones.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody fake ones.
For photos, yeah.
Thanks for photos. Get on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you to everyone for coming today. Stratford High School is rich in tradition and has been a mainstay in this community for over 50 years. As we move forward and our school becomes a 512 STEM magnet school, the excitement about our future is contagious. We'd now like to invite you inside to please join us for a reception and tours. Our student ambassadors are waiting in the lobby. Well, actually, they're up there, to show you around. And thank you and have a wonderful afternoon.
We have to see Stratford succeed. We have to have the students succeed for the future of Nashville, East Nashville especially. So, yeah, it's very important to myself and the community that we succeed here.
We talked to about over 100 students and said, I need to improve my reading skills. So we created this lab. Mr. Gross is an expert English teacher. He's phenomenal. And right now we have on average about 60 students volunteering to come up for 45-minute intense sessions throughout the day in the literacy lab. Our computer programming is right through this wall. We'll stop by and see that lab in a minute. We went to Baltimore and we looked at a lab they had there and we kind of copied what they did. We spent a great amount of money on a top-of-the-line lab. We also have a green room in here where you can put the suit on and the balls and you can make your own video games and learn how to program and those kind of things. So it's pretty impressive, top-of-the-line computer programming.
This is where we do investigations and get all our evidence together. Right here, as you see, we had the Martin Luther King case where James Earl Lee Ray shot Martin Luther King. We had to measure how he shot him, and here he goes dead right here. We have blood droplets on the ground to see how many times he shot him. And right here we have his sniper rifle and the bullets to serve the evidence. This is our courtroom. This is where we bring our evidence into. We will have a trial, mock trial. We will have a defense. We will have prosecutors. We will actually have a judge, a court clerk, a bailiff, and also a jury. And we will come in here, we'll discuss it, and we will actually have a real scenario mock trial.
We have spent the money in the places that matter the most.
to make Stratford a great STEM magnet school. So it was very important to have this level of laboratory environment, and then just the community and learning spaces, and we're able to make it a great school.